Well, we have created content. We're standing anywhere in the world. I don't know about that because I know we have not made any movie that can stand with Marvel series and all of that. But we are trying in our own, the much we can do, we're trying to create content that can travel. And quite a number of our content have traveled, sold in Francophone countries, in the Caribbean, US, and all of that. And we can always do better. And that's why a summit like this is very important. You learn from industry experts, you learn from foreigners, you learn from everyone on how to make your craft better. And I think the takeaways from this conference will help us to create better content going forward.
So someone in the panel that was just finished mentioned that over 200 and something billion naira went out to the Empower program, and none of us on the panel got the money to train. So it was to train people and empower Nigerians to have skill sets. None of us got the money to do that. I'm running an animation school myself. My studio is funding it. People are paying and signing up, but it's something that we are figuring out ourselves as a private sector. And I think for a lot of industries that really went big in animation, example, the South African animation industry, the French animation industry, they got major involvement from government. A slight segue, I also run a VR company, and we released a couple of products last year, and we're trying to get local involvement, local governments and private involvement, and it was long talk. The first involvement we got in terms of investments of some sort was international, was Facebook. We couldn't get the government involved. And so it's those kind of things, that's what causes the brain drain. Because if you feel like you're in Nigeria and you're trying to raise funds and the people that dig what you're doing are international, then you think going international.
Very few African stories have been told. We have not even scratched the surface. But the thing about telling African stories, if you really want to tell it properly, is that it's expensive to do. And very few producers from this climb have the resources or the wherewithal to tell those kind of stories. I'll give you an example. If I want to tell a story about the Aba women riot, of 1929, my grandmother was part of that struggle, and she actually raised me. So I have first-hand information from her or how that went down. If I really want to tell it the way it happened, I'll be talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions of dollars, to really tell it properly, of all the women in their attire with their machetes and not machetes, with their placards protesting for days on end, going to the colonial masters' quarters, offices and everything, all the battles they had to face. Some of them came back and then they didn't have a marriage again. Some of them came back and then their children, if I really want to tell it the way it happened, I'll be needing funding. I won't need anything less than $10 million to tell that story the way it ought to be told.
For a long time, a lot of us have been in the private sector. We've been doing a lot of advertising for like big brands. So for my company, we've done projects for the likes of MTN, UBA, different banks, different organizations, and that has put the lights on. But I think a lot of the animation studios in Nigeria are gravitating towards intellectual property projects, TV series, animated films. And so that's major growth. And in a sense, we're also figuring out the problems in terms of distribution and, you understand? So a lot of us are getting more involved in the Nollywood industry, because back in the day, there used to be like a separation. It's like the Nigerian animation industry and then there's Nollywood. But we realized that it's the same market. You're trying to sell films. And so we're now trying to get involved in the Nollywood industry, and we are addressing the same problems that they have, which is distribution ship. So right now we're trying to raise funds for our film called Skelebi. And because it's an animated film, it's already, the budget we already have and we're still working on it, costs a lot more than your average Nollywood film. And so the question for our investors is, how do you get your money back? And so we're looking at what a lot of Nollywood guys have done before, wherein they are looking at international markets.